the one and only Shaun Morash. This has been a big day.
It's been a huge day. What a football Sunday. The closing of Bob's Bar here, a nip in the air, and just Steelers football all day long. That's what it's all been about here.
I mean, did everybody have money on the Steelers?
Except my brother-in-law, Dennis. There was put it this way, pizzas were paid for by George Pickens and the Steelers today. That is the kind of day it's been. And look, when your team plays in Germany and loses to the other worst team in football, you have to adopt new teams. So Bob's Bar, big Steeler bar today.
What a awful way to begin the day, that loss to the Panthers.
Gordon beating me here or the loss to the Panthers? Which was no, definitely the loss to the Panthers. Yes, it was horrible. Giants teased us. Daniel Jones. People got a real taste of this. I tell you, Moist Pork's in the house, and he came in. He brought the donuts. We thought we were rallying after he came in. The Giants started a little comeback, and as it turns out, Moist Pork dried up any good karma we could have had. That was a bad scene. But ultimately, look, the place is still buzzing, and what a beautiful night here. It's great to have Watch D.A live here, to be honest with you.
Well, it's really nice to be here, and I hear One Giant Step might be recording after us, so a big radio row here at Bob's Bar.
You don't do mid-November radio row at Bob's Bar unless you do it right. So One Giant Step, download and subscribe everywhere podcasts are available. We'll also have Babcheck on as a guest.
Did Gordon really beat you here?
Yes. I walked in, tough morning this morning, kids giving me a hard time. Dunkin' Donuts order didn't go the way I wanted. Hope they're not a sponsor of Watch D.A Live. Great product. Okay. But yes, I shut up through the door, and there was Gordon, who greeted me before my own mother. So that was nice. He opened the gate for me with his cane. So that was the way the day started this morning.
So I just have to say, as like a behind the scenes, I've looked forward to this for a long time. I miss you guys. I miss your family. I miss just being at Bob's Bar. So the whole day I'm thinking, man, I'm going to see Bob and Nancy, and like it's going to be like my family. Like it's going to be like, so emotional. I walk in. Nancy's got a baby. She's like, hey. She walks into the house. I see Bob. Bob basically didn't even look me in the eye and just bypassed it. I'm like, all right, okay. It is all business at Bob's Bar for Bob and Nancy. All business.
To be fair, a couple things happened here. You caught Bob on a bad day. I mean, the Giants lose like that to start his day. He made a statement before you walked in the door at 12:45 to everybody standing here. He said, guys, I even got to admit, I think it's over for Daniel Jones. To which we all looked at him and said, where were you 2 months ago? We were yelling at you. So he really had it. And look, to credit my mom, it wasn't that she's not unhappy to see you. She has been, by the way, just chapping it up with everybody. She is a new grandmother to 2 young babies that have been here, and I think she's really taken that to appointment seriousness and really trying to show them off. Like, you didn't make those babies, Mom. Let's calm down. That's been what it's about.
Taylor having a big day, delivering hot cocoa to everybody.
Yes, and, she's an entrepreneur, and if she listened to the old DA show, she wouldn't have liked some of the takes I would have had on people like her. Turned to me after delivering hot chocolates to everybody and apparently some slices of pizza later on and said, Daddy, I didn't get tipped once. Now, sweetheart, you're 4 years old at a fake bar. You're not exactly a Starbucks barista, but I appreciate her entrepreneurship, and she's trying to stock up for that ice cream man money next year.
Now, the crowd here, pro Jets, big Jets-Cardinals game going on right now. How's it going? I haven't looked at the game.
Well, I didn't know if any of that got caught on the microphone earlier. There was a big grunt yell. It's 21-6 Cardinals right now, and Sauce Gardner doesn't know how to tackle. So to say the mood is solemn behind us would be one thing. There were a lot of really bad curse words uttered that we worried popped on YouTube, but it's a bad scene. The sun is set on Bob's Bar for the final Sunday. It's open of the year, and the sun is long set on the New York football season.
You got Moist here.
Moist is in the house.
You got Randy in Ohio.
Randy in Ohio, who brought boxes and boxes of pastries, cookies, donuts, fritters. He made them all. And he's got a buddy who makes like certain donuts that were there. He put aside separate fritters for my mother, which was a big time deal. Randy and his wife have been great. And his wife has really anchored where we have done the past DA shows here in the pit. She can't get enough of the Sunday ticket. She's, pointing and directing what games to go where. I think she's even now a compulsive gambler. Wouldn't be shocked if she has money on the Cowboys plus 7.5 the way she's staring it down.
I'll tell you, if this is the closing event for Bob's Bar in 2024?
It has to be, DA. It has to be. The weather has gotten real cold of late. Look, you never want to say never. 2 weeks from now, Thanksgiving weekend, 70 degrees. The TVs don't go inside. But look, the grass is dead. The leaves are everywhere. It's just, if it wasn't for the lively crowd here, the scene here would be sad. It would just be sad. But what better way to close the Bob's Bar year than having you here? It really is.
Now there is a Pete the Body in the house, right?
There is a Pete the Body. He has been very, very happy since the moment he arrived. He's kissed a lot of babies. He's shaken a lot of hands, and he's enjoying the moment. It really is good seeing Pete. Pete also, a couple months ago, the last time I saw him, had a little dental issue, was missing a tooth. So, you know what? He can't hear us. So here's what happened. I'm in a comedy club on Long Island. We go out, me, my wife, my sister's there, boyfriends. I look over, and there's Pete the Body, 2 tables over. He stands up, goes to wave. Pete missing a tooth. And then he didn't address it. So I sat looking at him, and you ever see somebody missing a tooth? What do? You stare right into the empty tooth. I had a whole conversation with him. I said, now I don't know what to do. Do I say something to him? Sorry, I was looking at your missing tooth. I think he felt it because a couple days later he came in, he saw me and Bogish at the studios, and he said, yeah, I'm going through this dental thing right now. I'm going to get this big tooth replaced. So anyway, it stuck with everybody. When he walked through the door, it's all I could think about. I hadn't really seen him in a couple months. I hope that tooth's fixed. And I am happy to report the Giants have lost, the Jets have lost, but Pete the Body, full grill, it's all back to normal. So good for Pete. And good for Delta Dental. I'm sure they've great coverage.
Let me tell you, I think this has to once again be the annual thing where we do now Watch D.A. live from Bob's Bar. Next year we'll do it during the summer, maybe during the summer months, or maybe early football season.
Yeah, I think a September football season would be great. I will tell you this. Anybody who's not here and feeling left out, there will never be able to replicate the specialness that we did with the Bob's Bar shows, right? It was just a giant gong show for a couple hours. But today was different, and today was special, and today was actually really awesome because instead of the pressure of like what's coming up next on the show, we all just got to hang out, watch football, cheer together, drink together, eat together, and now you capping it off doing the show where it's not the same event it once was, but this is a pretty freaking cool and special thing to have Gordon and his family, to have Moist Pork. Zach Gelb came by, Randy in Ohio, and just the vagrants that live around here that have gambling problems. I just really think it made for a good mixed pot day, and I really have enjoyed it.
It's been great. Well, thanks for opening up your doors as always. Thanks for your dad opening up his doors. Is Zach still around?
Zach just walked out.
Okay.
Just kissed my father on the cheek and walked out. So that's where we are. I'll tell my dad, though, you pissed at him. Believe me, I'll let him know. Very rude.
Well, no, I need your dad here because I got a gift for him.
Do you want him now?
Yeah, give me a couple of minutes. Yeah, I'll flag you down. Okay, all right.
Everybody, I love you very much. Remember, I'm always better than Babchak. No, I'm just kidding. I love him too. See you later.
Okay.